You are now listening to the Theme Park Hipster Show, episode 12. Hey hipsters, it's your host, NikkyJ, and I am here to help you plan the best solo theme park vacation. Today's episode is brought to you by ThemeParkHipster.com. Theme Park Hipster is your complete source for solo theme park travels. Theme Park Hipster shows the fun way to enjoy theme parks alone with the latest tips, reviews, personal stories, and more. Now let's get back to the show. Hello guys, and welcome back to the show. Today we are taking a flight out of Orlando and going to Ohio, to Cedar Point. Also known to theme park enthusiasts as the holy grail of amusement parks, the ultimate thrill seeker's paradise, and literally the world's best amusement park. I was able to complete this theme park bucket list item along with Outdoorsy Diva. It truly surpassed my expectations on just how innovative the engineers are when it comes to the latest thrill ride technology. I was extremely psyched about conquering each thrilling adventure Cedar Point had to offer, so it was with great pleasure that I got to experience all of that. And now I am here to offer you a few tips and tricks on how to make the most out of your first time trip to Cedar Point. I arrived in Sandusky, Ohio on a brisk autumn morning with one goal in mind. That goal was to conquer as many electrifying rides and attractions as possible. After all, I needed to experience all Cedar Point had to offer in order to give you a wonderful reason to visit this astounding park. It's a phenomenal place for not only beginner amusement park goers, but it's also a great place for seasoned park goers. In this park, you can find museums, beach activities, and also a water park, and that's on top of all of the crazy, amazing rides that you have within Cedar Point. So this is a park that definitely has something for everyone to do. Now let's get to the good stuff, which are the 11 first-timer tips for Cedar Point. Tip 1, research, guys. As with any great theme park, research on the latest attractions, shows, events, and policy updates is a great way to know how to tackle your visit. Research at such an epic place as Cedar Point lets you know how to map out and plan your day. It also gives you insight on park traditions, histories, and possible secret activities to enjoy that you may not know. Tip 2, plan. This is one of the top tips for anyone going to Cedar Point. The park is 364 acres with more than 150 rides, shows, and attractions. You may not be able to see it all, but getting a game plan together will make your trip more comfortable. Plans such as where to start in the park, which rides to attack first, and what time you should get there are just a few examples on what to think about. You should also list out which rides are the most important and start there. Be sure to print out the map that you can find on ThemeParkHipster.com, and this map will give you an ideal plan on how to route your path around the park in order to maximize your day. Tip 3, start early. This tip is especially important if you will be at Cedar Point for only one day. Starting early goes for any major theme park or event in the world. And you know, guys, I don't have a tip podcast or episode without this tip because it's probably one of the most important tips to remember whenever you're planning a theme park vacation. And starting early not only allows you to be able to fully enjoy the park, it will also allow you to feel less pressure and you will be able to jump quickly between each attraction. Please listen to me, guys. You have to do this because nothing's worse than finally being able to be at the most amazing amusement park in the world and feeling rushed and disappointed. That's why planning out your day and starting early eases any unwanted incidents that may occur. Here is a hipster power tip I'm going to insert within all these 11 tips. This hipster power tip is that you can enter the park early by either staying at one of Cedar Point's hotels or purchasing a platinum pass. And their platinum pass is kind of the equivalent to like an annual pass-ish here. But you can have more details of that on cedarpoint.com. Tip 4, purchase tickets online. There are special perks to purchasing your tickets online. For one, you will be able to skip the long, drawn-out ticket queue and head right into the gates for your pretty wild experience. Secondly, Cedar Point offers many discounts for advanced ticket purchasers. Tickets for this season are now available for prices as low as $49 for a single-day ticket. Price is subject to change. Had to throw that in there because I don't know when you will listen to this. But guys, you know $49 is unheard of for a Florida theme park. And you're going to Cedar Point, which is amazing. So get out there this summer. Tip 5, go in the fall. Most theme park enthusiasts know how obsessive we can be about park hopping in the colorful fall season. Not only is the weather perfect, the season also brings about low crowds. During my visit to Cedar Point, I was lucky enough to attend an awesome conference during that time of the year. The energy around the park was magical, and the breeze from Lake Erie gave a refreshingly chilly perk while atop Cedar Point highest thrill rides. Tip 6, take a break at Hotel Breakers or the beach. One thing I like about the Cedar Point property is the variety of restaurants and scenic rest stops inside and outside the park. You will find many popular franchises such as Famous Dave's, TGI Fridays, Chick-fil-A, and many more as dining options. That's unheard of in a Florida theme park. The coolest thing is the ability to grab your lunch and head to the majestic shore of Lake Erie, where you can spend your park break relaxing next to one of America's most naturally beautiful lakes. It gives you a stunning front view of the Great Lake, in addition to an equally incredible view of the theme park's skyline. Tip 7, dress for the season. Whether you plan on going in the summertime or the fall portion of the season, it is important for you to dress comfortably for either one. During the hotter months, wear light clothing with comfortable shoes, sunglasses, and a hat to battle the bright sunshine. In the cooler months, I recommend jeans with a light sweater or jacket. This will do just fine to battle the Lake Erie chilly winds. Tip 8, ride it out. Cedar Point, if you haven't understood what I've been saying this whole episode, offers some of the world's most innovative roller coasters. If you make this journey to Sandusky, Ohio, then you must go for the big ones. Make it somewhat of a day to knock out your daredevil bucket list item. You will definitely add some color to an already sensational day. If you can only choose one coaster to feel as if you're not a roller coaster chicken, then I recommend making Millennial Force your ultimate goal for the day. So check this out, guys. I was at Cedar Point for an entire weekend. However, and I had to put this however here, it wasn't until the very last day that I finally mustered up a bit of courage and conquered Millennium Force. I really had to talk myself into it because, I'm not much of a thrill rider anymore, more of a theme park cocktail drinker and people watcher now. But I couldn't fly all the way from Florida to Ohio to Cedar Point and not do Millennium Force. I had to be daring, and you should too. So make sure if you go to Cedar Point that you ride a roller coaster, at least just one. You have plenty of options, so just one, and I'll be satisfied with your trip there. Tip 9, purchase Fast Lane Pass. I recommend this park feature if you have the extra money and if you are a true coaster fanboy or fangirl. It will definitely help you get the most out of your day, giving you ample time to enjoy Cedar Point in a wonderful way. The Fast Lane Pass works by allowing you to bypass the regular lines on more than 20 rides and attractions, including Millennium Force, Raptor, and more. It's only valid for the purchase day of admission, so that's something you should know. But if it is really busy, then get the Fast Lane Plus. You will thank me later. Tip 10, use side or back entrances. A cool tip I learned during my first visit was the ability to use the side entrances when entering the park. The side and back entrances will help you avoid the front gate rush and give you the opportunity to enter right next to the attractions you want to ride first. The western entrance will get you closest to Millennium Force, the most popular ride at Cedar Point. Now we are down to tip 11, ride Maverick at night. I must say that this is an absolute must-do. If you're a roller coaster fanatic, then you must saddle up and ride crazily through the night on this wild adventure. The Maverick will take you through a twisted horseshoe roll and a 400-foot long speed launch through a pitch black tunnel at top speed of 70 miles per hour. I love Maverick, and I was shocked by how fast and crazy it was and awesome, and I had to get back on it again. So definitely ride Maverick. Not only ride it, but ride it at night. All right, guys, those were my top 11 tips for Cedar Point. Here is the bonus section where I give you my ranking of the Cedar Point roller coasters from worst to best. I'm going through them real quick. Number 17, Wilderness Run. 16, Woodstock Express. 15, Iron Dragon. 14, Pipe Screen. 13, Corkscrew. 12, Cedar Creek Mine Train. 11, Blue Streak. 10, Gemini. 9, Rougarou, the newest one. 8, Wicked Twister. 7, Raptor. 6, Magnum XL. 5, Top Thrill Dragster. 4, Gatekeeper. 3, Valverin. 2, Millennium Force. And 1, the Maverick. That's it, guys. Those are my rankings for the Cedar Point roller coasters from worst to best. And this year, Maverick is still number 1. If you're thinking about visiting Cedar Point this season, then hit me up, guys. You can find me on ThemeParkHipster.com, on most social media platforms by just searching ThemeParkHipster. If you have any tips, then send them over to me at ThemeParkHipster.com under the Cedar Point post, which I will link in this show description, and let me know what some of your tips are. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to today's episode. If you want more Cedar Point tips, more than just the 11 tips that I gave you, then contact me and we can do some more talks about Cedar Point. I know this is outside of the Disney Orlando theme park world, but hey guys, I'm Theme Park Hipster. I love theme parks around the world, and I want to make sure that I am helping you plan the best solo vacations like I always mention. Thank you again for listening, and until next time, happy park hopping hipsters. The content on the Theme Park Hipster show represents my own and not those of any organizations or activity mentioned. I am just someone here who likes to share my own stories to you and hope that I can help you have the best vacation ever.